Hello, beautiful people. Episode 13.
Lucky number 13.
Cosmic Consciousness Pod, John and Sam.
Today, let's talk about...
Vibration.
Yeah.
Not just vibration. Strong vibration.
Oh, let me ask the question.
But not just strong vibration.
Okay.
Multi-dimensional strong vibration.
It's so intense. So, we always hear in the spiritual world, or the kind of wellness industry, high vibration. Keep your vibe high. Make sure you're vibrating on that high vibration, that highest frequency.
Yes.
So what is the difference? High vibration versus strong vibration. Break it down.
Oof. It's gonna be tough. So I just watched a video on this.
Yeah.
But what I got from this, and I would say let's talk about like not strong vibration or good vibration. I think the vibration in general is a feeling in your body.
Right.
Let's start there. So like we all have thoughts. Those thoughts produce feelings. Those feelings are our vibration.
Right.
In my view of things, like how I feel is how I'm vibrating. So when they say, how's your vibration, or vibrate high or vibrate strong, it's how are you feeling internally.
Right.
So to eliminate the bad vibrational stuff or the lower level vibrational stuff, that's the lower level emotions and feelings, which are stress, anxiety, depression, anger, fear, judgment, resentment, grudge,
separation,
holding a grudge, lack, separation. All those things will like keep your vibration lower because you're feeling as if you don't have those things.
Right.
When you start to vibrate higher, gratitude, love, abundance, joy, bliss, all those emotions that feel really good, raise your vibration. You feel better.
Right.
So when you feel better, this is what also allowed me to not get sick ever again. Raising my vibration, because when I was lower level vibrating, I was vibrating with, sickness and illness and bad stuff. So the difference between the strong vibration and just like vibrating, from what I understand it to be, is like having your whole body feel it.
Right.
Not just like, okay, I feel good for a minute or something happens, but it's also aligning. The strong vibration is the multi-dimensional vibration. That's how you get it strong.
Right.
So some people can vibrate good on their mental capacity. Some people vibrate good on their physical capacity. Some people vibrate good on their spiritual capacity.
Right.
But when you can manage to lock all three of them together and vibrate high in the physical, mental, and spiritual,
right,
that's when you get into the multi-dimensional strong vibration.
Yeah.
And that's when, I don't know, manifestation is like a huge word on the internet right now and everywhere. Like manifest. How do you manifest? Like how do you actually manifest?
Yeah.
Well, manifest is like matching the frequency or vibration of the thing that you want.
Right.
So how do you do that? It's like you have to, again, peel back all emotions and make sure they're all functioning at high levels, which is very difficult because we're so locked into being in our senses all the time, our five main senses, our sight, our touch, our taste, our feel, our sight, all that stuff that we've learned and grown up with our whole entire life. It's like the spiritual side is the sixth sense and stuff that you can't see, taste, feel, touch.
Right.
So it's like, how do you align and make sure all that's going in the right direction and not off in one area? Because that's what they were talking about. Like you could have the mental capacity of vibrating good, but your mental capacity may be a little off. Or you think one thing and it feels really good for a minute, but then you immediately start to think another lacking thought, and then it throws the coordinates or the coherence off of what you're trying to like bring to your life. That's how they say manifest is like your thoughts are electric, feelings are magnetic. How you feel is what pulls. So like if your reality currently is not the way you want it to be, that's just the level of consciousness you've been able to get to this level,
right,
or to this point in your life, and your current reality is how you've been feeling. That's a really tough pill to swallow sometimes.
Yes, it
like
is.
Well, your current state or your current like way of being or what you presently have in your current life is a direct reflection of how you've been vibrating up until this point.
Yeah.
And how you've allowed your consciousness to raise or vibrate. Like basically everything that I see in my life currently is a direct reflection of how my internal state has been.
Right. Yeah,
It's,
it is a tough pill to swallow sometimes.
It's really tough, and it's like, man, well, I want to change. Well, like, you have to be the change you want to see. That's what they always say. Like, be the change you want to see. It's like, okay, how do I do that?
Yep.
You got to change your environment, but you also got to change your emotions, your feelings, your inner workings. And when you change they say like as above, so below, or as within, without, all that good stuff.
Yep.
So like, but it's really hard to like get into that mind space. Like, okay, how I feel inside directly impacts what I see outside.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not like you have to work harder, you have to hustle harder, you have to grind harder, you have to do you hear all these different people say all these, you have to have more discipline, you have to have more this, you have to have this, you have to have another morning routine or this and that.
Yeah.
That's why I think so many things are like surface level, or so many people go to a seminar and they feel good for like an hour or maybe a week, or they read a book and they feel really good, or they watch a video or listen to a podcast and they feel really good for a couple hours, maybe a week. But it's like, if you don't have the internal workings and learn how to do this stuff yourself, it's going to throw you off.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing, is the work needs to be done. It's kind of the fake it till you make it, but feel it till you make it.
Yeah.
Instead of faking the feelings, it's not all about what's happening outwardly, right? We can show up in a room and be like, la-di-da, I feel great, even if you don't.
Yeah.
But that's not the same thing as deeply feeling, vibrating at, like, being the thing you want to become.
That's really hard. That's the hardest thing to do, I think, in my opinion, is like to act as if or feel as if you already have the things that you want. Like if you want the Lamborghini. Like
I knew it was going to be the Lamborghini.
Feeling like you have a Lamborghini without having a Lamborghini. Like getting into what you currently have, that's a tough thing because like you can see, feel. It's not what, but that's how you start the process. The very first start is having the thought of what it is you want.
Right.
I think most people are so locked into their daily routine and their programmed routine of getting up, doing their thing, going to work, coming home, doing their thing. And it's the same, they get that same repetitive process or same day.
Right.
That it's like, when are you taking the 10, 15, 20, 30 minutes to like clear the slate? What is it do I truly want to experience in life?
Yeah.
How would that feel? And staying in that feeling as long as you can throughout the day, or as much as you can throughout the day.
Yeah.
I think that's really the key. Dispenza talks about it a lot, and that's how all those healings are done. It's like they have a real clear vision of, hey, I'm sick.
Yep.
And anybody that's ever been sick, you only have one goal.
Yep.
And that's that's probably the easiest analogy that I can give is like, if you're sick, you're in the hospital, there's only one thing you care about. Only one thing you want, only one main goal.
Yeah.
And you know exactly how you want to feel, and it's not the way you currently feel. You want to get back to feeling the way you want to feel. And that's one thing that I've learned through this whole energetic process of energy and vibration and frequency is like, I've learned that in my 30s, 20s, teens, I wasn't feeling as good as I'm feeling in my 40s.
Yeah.
And like the feeling in my body, like the lightness, the no inflammation, just like the actual vibration of my body and the frequency of my body feels so much lighter, so much better. I didn't realize I could feel this good in my 30s.
Yeah.
And then it's like, okay, I'm just opening more doors, and it's like there's probably another level, and there's another level, and there's another level, and there's another level, and you can just get it feeling better and better and better.
Yeah.
Without being on drugs and all this other stuff. So.
Right. Naturally.
Yeah.
Or kind of self-made.
Yeah. I mean, high in your own supply. And it goes back to like just learning different techniques that you can do to help like lock in these certain vibrations, feelings.
Yeah.
Getting it from being like, okay, it's vibrating, I'm cool, to like, no, this shit is strong. And it's what they say in that video, when you have a strong vibration, reality bends to your will.
Yeah.
Not you trying to bend the will of reality.
Right.
It's like reality itself will fold, bend to your power and your vibration if it's strong. Right.
That's the thing, is the difference between high and strong. High is that positive, that really high frequency, but a strong vibration is one that can't be impacted as easily.
It can be dimmed.
Yeah, so you walk into a room, someone is rude to you, and you keep the same vibration. You're still bending things to you
Yeah.
instead of it
It's
bending
almost
you.
like people can't even be rude to you because they feel your presence.
Right.
You ever notice that?
Yeah.
Like I've just walked in places and people are like, "Whoa," and I'm like, "Oh, you're about to try to say something, huh?" And they just know it doesn't affect you too. That's the other thing. Like once you start vibrating at certain levels, like I think people can sense and feel that they can't say or do anything that's gonna ruffle your feathers.
Yeah.
Or throw you off or bring you out of coherence.
Yeah.
Or
And then
out
it's
of
not
balance
even
with yourself. You know what I mean? It's like
right. Then they're not even part of your field. They're not even
You
there.
just don't even learn to like. You just learn over time to like. It's laughable at this point. Like where I used to be when somebody would say something, do something, trigger something. Like
Yeah.
now it's like, man, to trigger me and to get me like really pissed or upset. I don't know what it would take honestly, because I'm just so emotionally disconnected from BS or drama or any of
Yeah.
the lower level stuff. Like nothing's bringing me back down into that.
Right.
Like, oh, let's judge this person. Let's talk about this person. Like, I could care less, man.
Yeah. No.
Because I'm very clear on what it is I want to bring into my life and what I want to experience. So, like, my vibration is here. Like, I just don't even know how to get back down into that.
Yeah. I mean, that's what we're talking about really is you've done the work to get to a strong vibration.
Yes.
And it's not an all at once kind of thing, but once you get there,
it's a daily practice.
Yeah.
Absolute
right.
daily practice.
It's easy to fall back.
Yeah, I mean, because it's easy to get caught up in all the distractions outside of us, all the senses and all the things that we can see, taste, touch, feel, hear.
Right.
Like, it's learning how to tap in and feel the unseen.
Right.
And the unnoticed. And that's where, like, meditation is key. You know, going for walks with no phone, just being in nature, just being outside, grounding. There's so many different techniques, like breath work.
Yeah.
Just calming your breath and just like focusing on your breath as you're breathing. It'll be hard. It's really weird.
Yeah.
Like when you think about breathing, it becomes difficult.
I know.
Like all day long, you do it without even thinking.
Yeah.
And it's fine. So it's like, okay, you really sit there and study. In, out, like it starts to get like weird, and you're like, oh, what the hell's going on?
Yeah, it feels weird.
It feels weird, but like then you can really get into that practice too.
Yeah.
But
yeah, it is a daily.
It's just like showering.
Practice.
It wears off.
Yeah.
You'll start stinking if you don't. You know what I mean? It's like your thoughts and everything become stinky too. Like if
Spiritual
you don't,
stink.
Yeah, it's like stinking thinking is what I used to call it. Can't
That's
have stinking
good.
thinking. Yeah, that's why you
That's
have to
good.
feed your mind with something positive.
Yeah.
Read the right books. Listen to the right podcasts. Go to the right seminars. Get you a coach. Whatever it is.
Yeah.
But like obviously, just sitting with yourself, figuring out what it is you truly want. How do I get there? I gotta feel it as if I've already done the thing, have the thing, am the thing, have the money, whatever it is.
Yeah.
I think that's what most people are really after is like money, but they're really not after the money. It's the freedom.
Yeah.
And that's another part that like, okay, is it just money, 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 money? Like,
right.
What's important with the money? Why do you want the money?
Right, because you could have the money and be extremely sick.
Yeah.
Or incapacitated in some way, and the money is.
Or people are like, I want more money. It's not specific. So you
right.
find a penny on your way out of the grocery store. Now you have more money.
Right.
It's like, is that the more money you wanted? Or no? Get very clear, get very specific.
Yeah.
Right.
But you can still use that. Because if you walk out of the grocery store and you see, oh, a penny, you pick it up, I manifest more money this easily.
Yeah, I'm a money magnet.
Yeah.
That's what I always say to myself anyway. I'm like, and I have a money bowl in there that like, it's always full of money.
Mm-hmm.
Coins that I find. So I asked my guide to leave me dimes on tails. That's one of the things I ask my spirit guides for, and I find dimes on tails all the time.
Yeah.
Found one yesterday. I'm
See?
like, oh, thanks. Chipotle man. Appreciate it. So it's like, man, you just look down and it's a funny thing. It's like, oh, dime on tails. Not very common you find a dime on tails, and that's why I wanted to specifically ask for a dime on tails.
Yeah.
That's something that's, it could be a blue feather, whatever you wanted to ask for.
Specific. That's the point, is be specific.
And then when you find it, like, get excited about it, say thank you, and then it'll happen again,
Yep.
And it's weird too, so I was asking, like, I've been asking for my spirit guide's name very specifically lately, and I had this voice come into my head the other morning meditating, and all it said was, the same as your uncle. That's all I heard.
Well, what are your uncle's names?
Well, my main uncle that I like have probably the best with it is Steve. So I'm like, okay, is it Steve? Is Steve my spirit guide? Like, that's awesome.
Spirit guide Steve.
And then I also have like a Uncle Butch and Uncle Chuck. I mean, they're all,
those are the most
further away.
Like, Man, uncle names.
Yeah, those are my dad's brothers. But my mom's brother, Uncle Steve, is the one I've hung out with my cousins, and they used to live in Orlando, and now they live in Denver. He's all over the world, like Malaysia and all over the
So
place.
Steve's alive.
Yeah.
So your guide, what
Not
if
alive.
Steve's guide is your guide and that's what it meant?
Maybe. Or just maybe my guide has the same name as Steve.
But then what if it's his spirit name? You know?
I don't know.
What if it's not really Steve? I just can't see
It's so
guide
confusing.
Steve.
Yeah. Guide Steve.
Spirit guide Steve.
Katya said her guy is Ricey.
Yeah, see, it's always interesting names like that.
She's like, it's very clear I have a Ricey. And she has another one too, but she forgot the name of the other one. Ricey is her main spirit guide.
See?
It's awesome, man. So it's all about like just vibrating.
Yeah.
And feeling and acting as if, but feeling as if. Because you can't just act.
Right.
Feeling it is the hard part. Like wanting to have a bunch of money and then looking at your bank account and realizing it's not there, but like wanting it to be there.
Right.
Then it's like when you start to feel as if you do have it, though, what'll start happening is you'll start taking different actions.
Exactly.
And you'll start living life a little bit differently.
Right.
You'll start readjusting things. You'll have less drama. You'll have less like nitpicky shit over here, or let's talk shit over here, or let's judge this over here.
Yeah.
It's like once you really get clear and you get on a path of like, okay, I'm going for this now. Like all the small stuff that most people sweat. There's a saying, don't sweat the small stuff, it's all small stuff.
Yeah.
You just start to realize there's a lot of small stuff that most people put too much attention and focus in whatever in.
Yeah.
And you just learn to like disassociate, disconnect. It's not coherent, it's not in alignment. I don't need it. And you just get back on task. And that's how you really start to bring things in. And the universe will start to align and drop things in your path.
Right.
To align to help you get there faster. And that's when some people manifest way faster than others because they're in alignment with their mental, their physical, and their spiritual side, and there's no disconnect or discoherence or misalignment between the three.
Yeah, well, it's kind of like having a car, right? And you've got the GPS in the car, and you've got the GPS on your phone. And let's say you're trying to get somewhere, and you put one location into the car, and you put one location into the phone, and then you're trying to follow this path.
Right.
And maybe at some points it crosses and you're on the right path, but then you take this crazy turn. Yeah. So it's about everything being on that same focus.
Yes.
Because we're focusing on a goal, a thing we want.
Yeah.
And then something comes in, impacts our vibration, right? Distracts us, and then we start down that path instead. Because now we're like, I'm focusing on this.
Squirrel.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden you've swerved off your path. You started listening to the wrong GPS.
Yeah.
So it's like, get your GPS, your inner, like, direction.
Because we are an antenna.
Yeah.
That's what they say, like, our brain, body, whatever it is, like, we are an antenna. We can receive information. It's crazy. I was like, listen to another one too. It's talking about praying and like the right way to pray. And a lot of people pray and they feel like they're praying to a fictitious or a guy up in the sky, like on a throne, God, Jesus, whatever it is. And it's like, man, the best way to pray is just listen.
Yep.
Because like when you go with a prayer, you've already predetermined there's something you absolutely want in a specific way for it to come to you. But if you do that, like you're limiting all the other ways that it possibly could come to you.
Yeah.
Or that it could happen. So, I don't know. I heard that yesterday. I was like, man, that's actually like a good thing. Like instead of going and specific, I want this, I need it to happen this way. It's like you're trying to facilitate an outcome, but there's a bajillion different possible outcomes that your brain can't even fathom, your body can't even feel.
Right.
Because there's so many things that could happen throughout the universe and how it could get delivered, who could do it, how it could. So like when you're praying or asking for something very specific in a certain exact way, it's better to just be like, have a clear vision of what you want, feel what it would feel like to have all that stuff,
right,
and then try to keep your body and feeling that as much as you possibly can throughout the day,
right,
and stay in alignment with that and make sure that your thoughts, you're recognizing them. If you have a thought of like, I really want this, but then it immediately goes, but that's a, and then a but or an and, like, and it limits in any way your imagination, like you're off track and you're still not in full alignment and coherence.
Right. That's the thing is, as adults, we kind of start to have this belief of how things work,
Yeah.
where things come from, what's possible. And we need to like get rid of that. Go back to dreaming like weird Dr. Seuss style realities and lives for ourselves, because I mean, back in the early episodes, I think it might have been within the first 3, when I manifested that money by accident.
Yeah.
And we were just having a conversation.
Was
and
it by accident?
No, of course not.
Exactly.
We're having this conversation and I'm like, I want to manifest 10 grand, and I manifested it right away, but I would have never gotten it if I hadn't had that kind of openness of,
Right.
I want to manifest 10 grand. I have no concept of how it will come to me, but I want to manifest it. And then I did.
Yeah.
And it came from the most random source.
Yeah.
And so not limiting yourself is one of those difficult but so pivotal parts.
And it has nothing to do with your upbringing, has nothing to do with your current situation, your upbringing, your past family history. Like, none of that stuff has anything to do with it.
Your trauma.
Yeah, like
doesn't.
Like it really, none of it matters. Like, you used to hear, and it's passed down, or it's generational. It's in your family lineage.
Mm-hmm.
Your dad has that, so you're most likely gonna have that type of stuff. Like, especially health related stuff. Oh, it's passed down. It's generational. I'm like, man, when you really dive into like the energy of your body, like my dad's going through so many health things and cancers and all kinds of stuff, still going through them, and I'm like, it'll never happen to me.
Yeah, but that's why it doesn't. Yeah. And it's exactly what you said. Yes, it does get passed down, but it doesn't have to, right?
It doesn't have to. If you
don't accept it.
If you believe that it's going to be passed down,
right?
And that's your belief and your thought process, 100% chance you're probably going to get whatever you think or believe that will come your way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it brings me to what my energy work friend Lakeisha, shout out Lakeisha, great massage therapist at Saluna, and Reiki practitioner, and she gives the craziest, coolest insight. But I was seeing her, and she had said, oh gosh, I forgot where I was going with this, because she also said the craziest. I'll share the other one for now, but she had said to me, I can feel your grandfather's here. And I was like, oh, interesting. Today's the day he had passed. And I was thinking about this one situation.
Right.
Totally random. It was an aerial studio friend.
Yeah.
Good one. Good friend.
Good friend.
And I was debating on if I could get to her class.
Right.
Lakeisha has no idea who this woman is.
Yeah.
She says, who's Allie? And I was so taken off. I was like, what do you mean? She's like, who is Allie? I need to know who Allie is, because your grandfather just told me Allie. And I was like, okay, I'll go to the class. So, one, if we're listening, we can get a lot of the things that we need. Like you said, get silent, get quiet.
Which also is difficult.
Yeah.
It takes practice.
Yeah.
And it should be done daily.
And it's intentional. You have to be intentional.
Yeah, you got to put an intentional, like, find a room, create a space. Like, this is my space in my house. Like, we're just having to record this podcast, but this is my space where I come and, meditate. I also have my couch space that is a comfort spot for me too. Like, if I want to meditate with the boys and bring them along with me.
Sweet. On your astral journey.
Yeah. I mean, we've gone some healing temples. They've had little colds this week, so take them to the healing temples and got them healed.
See?
But yeah, it's really cool. I mean, it's all intentional. It's like, and just like, I don't know, I would much rather believe that it's all working in my favor, everything's aligning to my highest and best good, than having some type of thought that maybe it's not.
Yeah.
Like, why would you go through life ever questioning, like, oh, maybe it's not for me. If it wasn't for bad luck, I wouldn't have any. And, like, you hear people say that money doesn't buy happiness. I'm like, you've never had it.
Yeah.
Like, you've never had it, because neither does broke, man. Like,
money buys freedom. That's
like,
it.
money doesn't buy happiness, neither does broke. You know what I mean? So, like, if you've had it and you haven't had it, I promise you'd probably much rather have it.
Yep.
Than not have it.
Yep.
Unless you want to live on the land and, like, have no need, and that's awesome too, because a lot of people.
I mean, I kind of want both.
I mean, trust me, I would love to have like some type of like place on the white sands of the ocean, and just like a backyard and a nice tree house type of thing.
Yes.
And everything, and then growing all your food in the backyard. That'd be sweet.
So then you will.
Yeah, at some point, like Costa Rica or Dominican Republic is definitely calling my name.
100%.
Yeah, that's like the end goals, retirement goals type stuff. I've
Ooh,
got like
yeah.
written down. But yeah, I definitely see myself just walking a beach
Yeah.
in my later days, just like connecting with the ocean.
Writing it down is so
There's magic in that too.
good.
Yeah. If you look at all like the mediums and a lot of the medium, they just scribble.
Yep.
And that's their way of connecting the
Yes.
spirit and connecting to the different energies. That's one thing I've been trying to do, like, and focus on, be intentional about this last week is just really trying to pick up subtle energies outside of myself,
Yeah.
like different different feelings in the body, just different, completely shutting off my five normal senses and trying to like close eyes and just feel things. Because a lot of people that do like the remote viewing, I've been watching a lot of the Joe McMonagle.
Yeah.
I just found like a 6-hour podcast.
Oh my gosh.
Sean Ryan show.
Holy
It's
moly.
like his whole life story kind of thing, because he was remote viewer 001 for the CIA. You ever heard his story? And like
Not
all
the
stuff
whole
that he
story. I've heard a little bit, but not the whole story. I should
did.
definitely.
This dude is nuts. So like, just how he even got into the army, like that he started in the army, but like how he got picked to do what it was all like, he had no idea what he was doing.
Mm-hmm.
He had no idea what position he was going to be put in. He had no idea. Like, he kept trying to pick a position in the army, and it would be out, or they wouldn't have it anymore. So then he ends up in this room with some guy, and he's like, "Yeah, man, I'll help you pick your position or whatever." He pulls his curtain back, and it's like a dartboard. He's like, "Throw a dart, man. Wherever it hits, whatever number it hits, that's your thing." And he hits like this black line that divides like two sections. He's like, "Does that mean I got to rethrow it?" He goes, "No, that's actually a position that most people don't hit, but you hit, so I'll be in touch." And then he's like, and he gets sent to the Bahamas first, and then he gets sent to Vietnam, and then ends up back in the States, and then he ends up being remote. They find out like Russia has been spying on America with these remote viewers. They've determined and figured out these people have the ability to spy
Yeah.
on all our stuff. So like, well, shit, we're way behind the Russians, so we got to figure out. So
Let's go, Russians.
He was like remote viewer 001 for the CIA.
Woo!
And the first thing they tasked him to do was there was this massive building in Russia that they were building something, but nobody knew what they were building. They needed to know for like nukes and all this other stuff. And it was like maybe 4 blocks or something, or maybe 4 miles or something from the ocean. And they thought they were building some type of plane or something, but there's no like runway or anything by it. So he like goes in and he's learning how to do all this remote viewing stuff, figures it out. He's like, "Oh, they're building a submarine." And they were like, "No, there's no way." He takes it to the head, whatever guy at this department. There's no way, that's bullshit. So then he got mad that guy thought he was full of shit. So he went back in, remote viewed it again. It's like, not only is it a submarine, it's the biggest submarine by far. It's 1.5 times bigger than any other submarine known to man at this point. And he goes, not only is it a cylinder, but the cylinder is split in half, and there's these flat pieces. They're like, there's no way that would get crushed under the pressure of the. He's like, no, it's like the way that the engineering. And he went back in and got more info on the pieces and like where the nukes were going to be and all this stuff. He said, because nukes in the energetic world glow like a bright,
course,
like glow. So he's like, they're very. He pinpointed like whenever some nukes would go missing or whatever around the world, he would pinpoint exactly where they're at every single time, 100% accuracy. Like, it's here, it's here, it's here, it's here. So then he told him like the movie The Hunt for Red October was all based on his remote viewing of this submarine that they were building in secret. And then what ended up getting them to believe it, they're like, there's no way it's a submarine. They can't even get that thing to the water. He goes, I went back and remote viewed. They dig a canal from the ocean to that building so they could easily get into the ocean. And it's going to be 192 days from now. And he was accurate.
Oh my gosh.
Accurate. And there was another story about how he utilized that for like when he was back in Virginia, like the cops and the missing persons people would call him. And he would find kids all the time. He never wanted to help adults because he's like, adults, what he saw in Vietnam kind of like messed him up with adults, but kids and animals, he's like, I'll do anything for kids and animals because like as an adult, you got it figured out, you should. You know? So he's like, it's on you at that point, but anything for a kid or an animal, he's like, So he found so many missing kids.
Aww.
And like cops would call on and be like, hey, so what you told us to do goes against our training. Kids would never go uphill. He goes, do what I said and you'll find the boy.
Yeah.
And like to the point where he was like, get out of the car here, turn the compass at 318 degrees, walk 192 steps or 1900 steps, turn to your left and then call out his name and he'll answer. And like shit like that, like he can so vividly just pop in and see everything.
Yeah.
Anywhere you want to go. So it's like, he was talking a little bit how, how he does it. And it's just like learn how to pull your energy body out of your physical body.
Yeah.
Which we do every night while we sleep. It's just learning how to take control over that.
Yeah.
And that's why like practicing it daily.
Yep.
While you're awake, learning how to put your body to sleep to the point where your electromagnetic fields lowers enough, but your conscious is still fully active online.
Right.
And then you can just pop out. Boom.
Yeah.
And then you can literally go anywhere in the world.
Yep.
Go experience stuff that like has been written about that people think is probably fake. Akashic Records.
Yep.
Which is like a library of every thought or every feeling you've ever had is recorded electronically or energetically.
Electromagnetically,
energetically, whatever.
Right.
So it's like, you want to go see all your past lives if you've done this before, reincarnated 1,000, 2,000 times before, you can go see all your past lives. You want to see your future possibilities and like what your highest and best self would be doing and what feels good to you. And I think most people are trying to figure that part of it out in life is like, what am I supposed to do?
Yeah.
What am I meant to be doing? What would be fun for me to do that I can make a good living on and have cool experiences?
Yeah.
I think that's what we're all after at the end of the day. And most people don't want to work a job they hate.
No.
But I think we've all had to experience that.
Yeah.
And then okay, how do I get from doing that? Because I don't want to just wake up and go someplace I absolutely despise every day. It's not fun.
Make money for somebody else.
Yeah, or work for a boss you hate. So it's like, okay, well, how do I become my own boss? How do I navigate? Like, how do I start doing that? So that's what's led us all to, led me here, led me to breath work, led me to everything else, like now coaching and mortgages. And it took me a long time in mortgages to figure out I could get out of the cubicle doing mortgages.
Yeah.
There's a different way to do a mortgage than sitting inside a 9 to 5 or 9 to 6 cubicle, getting my calls listened to.
Yeah.
Getting just nitpicked all day long. Like that is not fun. So I'm like, okay, how do I do this without all this?
Yeah.
And it's like, you got to have the thought first and then you can find it.
Right.
And then if it's not there, you create it.
Exactly. That's the thing. Create it. I mean, COVID created a whole new system for work.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good, bad, all of the things that came with COVID.
Yeah.
It did create a new way of working, and it did create a new wave of adults who were coming into the workforce who weren't willing to do what we were.
Also created a new way of being.
Yeah.
For a lot of people.
Well, yeah. Fear.
Yeah, that was one of my early like downloads that I ever received when I very first started meditating. It was the difference, like, I don't know, some came in and was like human being. Human being. Like, most people like think of that as one thing.
Yeah.
Human being. Because that's what we've been taught. But it's like, there's like the human part of it.
Yep.
And then there's the being part of it.
Yep.
And it's like, and it kept talking about like how, just pay attention to how you're being. I'm like, what does that fucking mean? Like, are you being mad? Are you being sad? Are you being this? Are you being, like, how are you being to your human? You know what I mean? I'm like, okay. And I really started diving in and it was all about like energy and like just being and not being like angry or being something. It's like just being present.
Right.
With
being.
like yourself, just
be.
Just be a being of presence.
Yep.
And like the more you're present and just listen and observe, I think that's the big thing is like the observer. And you go back through history and a whole bunch of things, there's always observers.
Yeah.
Like,
yes.
Man, what was that one show that was like, they kept going back in time and all time, and there was always an observer at all these massive like historical events.
Yeah.
And it's like usually the same type of looking guy.
Yeah.
Or woman is like, oh, that's the observer. They're observing this life event. There's always like, you go back through old photos and it's usually always like the same person historically, hundreds of years later, thousands. It's like, damn, there's that guy again, that person again.
Yeah.
It's weird, but like the more you can observe, be present, just get in tune with what is actually going on, how you're actually feeling, not just covered up with, let me go drink a beer and
Right.
cover this up, or
Right.
go,
Smoke something.
yeah, go do that. It's
Zone
like, man,
out.
it's like you got powerful energy within you, like healing energy. You can be very, very energetic. You can be very alive. You can be very present. And when you start doing all those things, and then have the awareness around your mental, your physical, and your spiritual, and get all those into alignment,
Right.
boom.
Boom.
Now you have not only a vibration that's strong, or like it's a strong vibration,
Right.
not just a weak ass little vibration.
Right. Yeah. It's
Yeah.
like a big wave instead of a ripple.
Yes. And that way you don't have like two batteries, opposite ends, like trying to attract. And that's kind of what happens when you feel a way in your physical body, but then you're thinking a different way in your mental body.
Yep.
And then you don't even understand your spiritual body at all because it's not a real thing to you.
Right.
You know what I mean? That was hard, bro. Right? I mean, what are we doing? Dude, you checking my pulse? Like,
My
am I trying to kill me?
goodness.
Jeez, dude, that hurt.
Keep him around,
Dude,
man.
like bit right
That was
there, like,
intense.
hard.
Crazy kitty.
All right. I think that's a good one for
Okay.
today.
Yeah.
Strong vibration, not just basic vibration.
Yeah.
Get in tune with your physical, your mental, and your spiritual.
Alignment, baby.
Alignment.
The
If you
Trinity.
If you need help, comment. Shoot out, reach out.
That's right.
Stand for something or you'll fall for anything. Peace.
Peace.